The study and practice of enhancing one's own well-being, objectives, career, relationships, health, and education is known as self-improvement. Here are the 10 laws of self-improvement. Several of these rules are unavoidable in terms of personal development. If we wish to advance in life, we must all include them in our map of reality. Not every one of these will immediately resonate with you. Just watch them and consider them for the time being. Number 10. You possess an option. You have a choice in how you proceed regardless of how stuck you feel at the moment. In actuality, we frequently have more options than we recognize at any given time, but we are so accustomed to choosing the same options repeatedly that we forget we are free to do so. We tend to remain with what is known when it comes to basic decisions like what to eat or listen to on the radio, which inhibits our ability to grow and explore all the other options life has to offer. Not only does our sense of restricted choice prevent us from finding great music, but it also prevents us from finding the happy life. At the very least, you have to be receptive to the notion of exploring new options and avenues for personal growth. Number 9. Identify your goals. Many people lack direction and purpose in life because they live a haphazard existence without a specific goal in mind. If you want to accomplish your life's objectives, it's critical that you can recognize your fundamental beliefs, priorities, and aspirations. Work hard on the things that are most important to us rather than just working hard overall. This occasionally entails challenging morals you've picked up from other people or from society at large. The traditional path of attending college, landing a job, getting married, starting a family, and retiring may or may not be effective for certain individuals. Knowing what you truly want is the first step in defining your desires, even if that means going against the grain of society at times. Number 8. You are adaptable and ever-changing. You are always evolving on a daily, monthly, and annual basis. Your concept of a self is actually a dynamic process that is always changing as opposed to any fixed thing that stays static and unaltered like a rock or inanimate object. Self-growth requires accepting this changing version of yourself. Upon enlarging your view to see your entire life, you will frequently discover that you have undergone numerous significant changes in the last year, 5 years, or 10 years. Most of the time, you don't realize how much has changed over time until you look back. Whether you actively participate in it or not, change occurs. Though it is a basic fact of reality, the adage, "this too shall pass," can be to our advantage. Number 7. Words have power. Our reality can often be portrayed in a variety of ways depending on the words we choose to use. Being more conscious of the words I use and the language I use on a daily basis was one of the first major things I learned about self-improvement. This covered both the language I use to talk to other people and the terms I use to talk to myself. This is a basic idea in cognitive behavioral therapy, which shows us how to reframe our ideas in a way that is healthier and more productive in order to change the way we view ourselves and our life. Number 6. Your routines are important. If you want to see true change in your life, you must not only change your mentality, but also your routines and behaviors. As they say, you'll get what you've always gotten if you do what you've always done. Self-improvement is letting go of bad habits and forming new, healthier ones that will better support you and your objectives. Making a schedule of your everyday activities and thinking about it can be a good place to start. Which habit is your best? What bad habit do you have? If you can only commit to 10 minutes a day to writing or 10 minutes of fitness, what tiny step might you take today to start moving in the right direction? You will need to try out new habits and see which ones work best for you if you want to make changes to any of the 6 areas of a balanced person: your relationships, career, health, or any other one. Number 5. The relationships you have are important. It's important to distinguish between self-improvement and being conceited or handling things alone. Our daily interactions with others and the environment around us are intricately linked. Even if you are the most driven person in the world, being around negative people will still have a bad impact on you. We need the appropriate people in our lives to bring out the best in us because emotions are contagious. This also applies to those with whom you communicate online in your digital world. Comparably, self-improvement entails understanding when to solicit assistance and support from others. Asking for assistance when needed is a strength, not a weakness. In the end, having a helpful and encouraging buddy may improve you as a person, and that should be celebrated rather than looked down upon. Really successful people understand they couldn't have achieved it alone, which is why every award acceptance speech includes a list of people to thank. Number 4, your sphere of influence is right now. Every deliberate choice we make and every action we take takes place in the here and now. You have more influence over your daily activities the more aware you are of the present and the options available to you in any given circumstance. A quick breathing meditation, grounding techniques, or simply reminding yourself to pause and pay more attention to your daily decisions and actions can all help you become more aware of what's going on in the world. Your ability to control your daily life will increase with the ease with which you can bring yourself to the present moment. However, if your thoughts are always racing to the past, the future, or other places, you will lose the ability to alter your situation right now. The past is behind us. There is still tomorrow, but now is the time for you to take action and make decisions. If we wish to truly transform our lives, we have to acknowledge the power of the present moment as an essential reality. If not, we'll constantly be existing in hypothetical or fictional worlds. There is nothing more genuine than this moment. Number 3. You have to put up with momentary discomfort and anguish. It's difficult to improve oneself. It frequently calls for work, patience, suffering, and agony. Before you become good at something, you have to be prepared to fail and perform poorly for a period when you try something new and difficult. Though uncomfortable, this is a necessary aspect of development. All self-improvement involves growing pains and uncomfortable times. Comfort and achievement won't appear out of nowhere and happen quickly. Remind yourself when you feel like giving up that although it will not be easy in the near run, it will ultimately be worthwhile. Though some people find it enjoyable, the astute ones bear with it because they know that in the end, they will emerge a better version of themselves. Make the effort today to ensure a simpler life later on. Number 2. Take lessons from history. Our past is one of the most important things we have to look back on and learn from, even though we cannot change it. We might attempt to recognize the errors in our ways and change our direction for the future by thinking back on our past mistakes and failures. Maybe I could have done this differently, or maybe I could have been a little nicer, are significant steps on the path to improving oneself. You can always identify things you could have done a little better if you are completely honest with yourself. Just learn from it and go on. Don't punish yourself for it. Naturally, not everything in the past is negative. It may be a fantastic source of inspiration and drive as well. Reliving happy moments has a powerful effect on your mood and energy levels. This is especially true when you think back on your successes in the past. It's vital to take a step back and remind yourself that you can be quite fantastic sometimes, because we have a tendency to concentrate more on unpleasant memories than happy ones. Number 1. Have hope for the future. We have to be hopeful and optimistic about the future no matter what. Though it may be difficult to imagine at first, having an open mind about the possibility of a brighter and better future will increase the likelihood that it will come to pass. Even if we don't always know what the future holds, we may have faith that everything will work out, even if we're not sure how. Optimism is in many respects a necessary condition for acting and taking chances in life. You will only be left thinking, there's no point. If you don't think there will be a better future, I won't even attempt it. Like a self-fulfilling prophecy, your belief contributes to the reality that you can or cannot. Before you can begin to design the future, you must first believe in it. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel for more insightful content on personal growth and self-improvement. Don't forget to hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. We love to hear your thoughts and experiences. Share your journey and any additional laws you follow in the comments below. Let's support each other in this journey of self-improvement.